The ruler history remembers as Peter the Great was born in the summer of 1672 in Moscow, the heart of Russia. His father, Tsar Alexei, had ruled since the mid-17th century, while his mother, Natalia Narishkina, came from a modest background and entered the royal court through personal connections rather than noble lineage. Before Peter's birth, Alexei already had two sons, Fyodor and Ivan, both frail and plagued by illness and neither expected to live long. Peter, by contrast, grew into a strong, energetic child and quickly became his father's favorite, a distinction that would later place him at the center of deadly court politics. Peter's childhood changed abruptly when his father died while Peter was still a boy. The throne passed to Fyodor, and with it came danger for Peter's mother's family, who were seen as political threats and pushed out of Moscow. Cut off from his protectors, Peter grew up under the watchful eyes of hostile relatives, especially his ambitious half-sister, Sophia. Even in these early years, Peter began a formal education under experienced tutors, learning foreign languages and absorbing ideas far beyond the traditional Russian worldview. Fyodor's short reign was marked with reform. He challenged the power of the Orthodox Church, supported scientific thinking, and relaxed old punishments. These changes alarmed nobles and clergy who feared losing their privileges. When Fyodor died young, Russia plunged into chaos. Ivan was the rightful heir, but his physical weakness made many doubt his ability to rule. Peter, though still a child, appeared healthy, intelligent, and controllable. The nobility sided with him, and he was crowned Tsar at the age of 10, with his mother serving as regent. That decision triggered violence. Rumors spread that Ivan had been murdered, leading the elite Streltsy soldiers to march on the Kremlin. What followed was a massacre. Nobles loyal to Peter's mother were murdered, including figures Peter trusted, killed in front of him. The trauma left deep scars. Power ultimately fell to Sophia, who ruled as regent, while Peter lived in humiliation, effectively a prisoner within his own capital. From that moment on, he developed a lifelong hatred of Moscow, its factions, and its traditions. Removed from court life, Peter found freedom on the outskirts of the city. There he organized military games with local boys, creating mock regiments based on discipline and ability rather than birth. He treated peasants and nobles equally, even ranking himself as a simple soldier. These games were no joke. They became the foundation of elite military units that would later protect the Russian crown. During this period, Peter also discovered an old Western-style boat. Fascinated by how it moved against the wind, he repaired it and learned to sail. That single moment sparked an obsession with ships and the sea, something Russia had long neglected. As Peter grew older, support for Sophia weakened. Her failed military campaigns and growing paranoia cost her allies. When she attempted to gather forces against him, Peter fled to a monastery and issued commands in the name of divine authority. Soldiers, clergy, and nobles sided with him. Sophia was removed and sent into seclusion, and Peter finally secured real power. Rather than rule from Moscow, Peter surrounded himself with foreigners in a district filled with Western merchants, officers, and engineers. There he learned shipbuilding, military science, and European customs. He drank, celebrated, and mocked old traditions, which angered the church and his conservative mother. His private life also followed Western habits, distancing him further from Russian norms. With full control after his mother's death, Peter turned to war. Russia lacked access to the seas, limiting trade and power. He attacked the southern fortress of Azov and, after an initial failure, succeeded in capturing it. Realizing Russia still lacked skilled sailors and modern armies, Peter did something unprecedented. Disguised as a simple diplomat, he traveled across Europe on what became known as the Grand Embassy. In Holland and England, he lived as a shipyard worker, learning naval construction with his own hands. He avoided royal ceremonies and preferred workshops and docks. He met kings, studied fortifications, and gathered experts willing to serve Russia. His journey reshaped his vision of what his country could become. When Peter returned home, he brought change with him. Beards were shaved, Western clothing enforced, new calendars introduced, and old traditions challenged. Resistance was fierce, but Peter ruled with absolute authority. Attention then shifted north, where Sweden controlled the Baltic Sea. Early defeat nearly destroyed his ambitions, but Peter rebuilt his army using European discipline and strategy. Over time, Russia gained ground, captured key fortresses, and founded a new city on the Baltic marshes, St. Petersburg, his vision of a Western capital. War with Sweden raged for years. Supply shortages, brutal winters, and scorched earth tactics weakened the Swedish army. The decisive Russian victory at Poltava marked Russia's rise as a European power. St. Petersburg became the new capital, symbolizing Peter's break from the past. Despite success, Peter's personal life darkened. His relationship with his son, Alexei, collapsed due to conflicting values. When Alexei fled and was accused of treason, Peter allowed his execution, a moment that revealed the brutal side of his rule. Though a reformer, he demanded total obedience. Exhausted by work, war, and excess, Peter's health failed. After years of suffering, he died in 1725 at the age of 52. He left behind an empire transformed. Russia had turned outward, embraced modernization, and stepped fully onto the European stage. Peter the Great remains a towering yet controversial figure. He dragged Russia into the modern world through force, vision, and sacrifice. Whether he should be remembered as a reformer or a tyrant remains open to debate, but his impact on history is undeniable. Thank you for joining us on this journey through time. If this story moved you, please take a moment to like the video, share it with others, and subscribe to the channel so every upcoming documentary reaches you first. Together, let's keep history alive, one story at a time.